Oh, it's ripping line. Look at that.
I think we're ready, aren't we?
We're ready.
Mike here with SCHEELS Outdoors. I just finished my last meeting at work, so I'm still literally in my work pants, but I am on a lake. I'm meeting Matt Schneider with Fargo SCHEELS Outdoors, and we're gonna do some tip-up fishing today. We're gonna try a little bit of a catch and cook if we have any success. So let's do this. Let's go see Matt. Schneider, how you doing?
Doing good. How are yourself, buddy?
Doing great. What do we got going on here now?
Well, if that doesn't tell you what we're going to be doing today, I don't know what will.
We're going to try a couple different tip-up styles today. So we've got IFish Pros, and we've got the traditional style of tip-ups too. We're going to set them in different areas. We'll do the quick strike rigs on kind of some shallower places, target some pike or some bass, and then we'll likely put some other tip-ups out a little bit deeper. We'll target basically whatever bites. Nice and roomy in here. Talk to me a little bit about what we're gonna do now.
I drilled a couple holes right in here where you have a nice kind of saddle hump right here, and then you have another one right here, but it actually comes up on that trough. You know, if we could find a weed line right in this area and set up like some herring right there, and then in this deeper one you could actually set up like a fathead or something like that, I think we should be able to get into them.
You can see we hit the top and then it starts to break down again, so we should be in a pretty good spot.
Now that we got the spot on the spot out there, we need to get the IFish Pros ready. So what an IFish Pro is, you're able to use any rod. Essentially it's a flag, but you get to fight that fish with a rod and reel rather than hand over fist. So you can put any sort of hook on there, or I really like using these Wolfinke's big tungstens. Comes with this little loop that engages right in here. And then basically once the fish pulls this down, it's gonna run into your bobber stop, just like you're setting a bobber. It's gonna run into it. And then once that fish pulls again, the flag trips. And then you leave the bail open, so the bail just lets out line. Then you come up, close the bail, and you're good to go. So with that hole that we just drilled out there, in that hole we're actually gonna set up an IFish Pro with a quick strike rig and a big old smelt. So you want to hook it always towards the body. So I usually like to dig one or two of them right in the top there, and then you take the other one and you go down by the tail, boom, just like that. So realistically you want to hook it like this, so when that pike does end up grabbing it, you know, it's gonna yank the hooks up, but it's also, being that those hooks are faced on the inside, those hooks are going to end up right here, and that's exactly what you want to do when you're dealing with quick strike rigs. Guy has all the like top of the line gear, and then he has a 1987 ladle here for scooping out his hole. Just old. We're going to want to set this like 2 or 3 feet above bottom. They're still cruising around that depth, and they're still in aggressive mode where they don't need to just go pick it up off the bottom. So that's where I'm going to set this one up, and once it hits bottom, I'm just going to kind of lift it up 2 feet and set it there. Now once a fish takes it, you'll trigger the flag, leave your bail open, and it'll take line. Would you believe me if I said that it was right on the money?
I'm gonna believe you. I have faith in you.
Right here, tip up right here, flag goes up, we reel in a bass. That's what's gonna happen. So where we set up that quick strike rig is right on top of the hump, and right here is where it comes right down. So right over there near 30 feet, it's up into 13 feet of water, and right here we're in 21. It keeps dropping off, but it almost levels out. So right here is the first level. You kind of want to be right there, so when those fish do start chasing up bait on top of that hump, they have to go right through here. So
the setup is a little bit different with this one because of my reel. So what I'm going to use here is I've got a Samar bait feeder. So with this tungsten and fathead targeting, like we're likely going to target bass with this one. So we're going to have it engaged, and I'm going to flip this switch, and then so when the flag trips, instead of having the bail open on this one, I'm gonna have it closed and have that bait feeder option. So it's just gonna be able to pull out line freely. And then with this one, I'll be able to just turn it part of a crank. It's gonna engage into that regular drag, and then I'm gonna be able to fight the fish. Okay, so we got our first 2 setups done. We've got both of them on IFish Pros, and we're gonna talk about the 3rd and the 4th setups here in the ice house, because as you probably notice, it is a really windy outside. This one we are going to target pike again. So we have the traditional style of tip up here. This one we just got the fray bill. So, and here's how we're going to set it up. So I've already got line on it right now. It's this type of tip up line. So here I've got like beaver dam tip up line. This is your base to put on there. And then what we're going to go is we're going to go tip up line, then we're just going to go a swivel, and then we're going to connect it with one of these quick strike rigs. These ones are very simple. You know, you just got your standard flag. You're gonna set it down here, get the flag set up here, and then when it trips, it's gonna let you know. So super simple, easy to use. These are something that are fairly inexpensive. You don't need a ton of gear to go out and do something like this. This one we got a polar tip up. This one comes in a bunch of different colors. We're gonna roll with pink today. But this one, we're gonna set it up in probably 25 feet of water, and we're gonna target bass with this one too. So this one's gonna be set up a little bit different. We've got our main tip up line, like that Dacron style. We've got that at the base of this, and then what I've done is I've connected it to a barrel swivel, and then I use about a foot or two of fluorocarbon line as just a fluorocarbon leader, so that fish aren't going to see that main black Dacron line. And then from there we're going to use our another one of them same tungsten jigs that we had with a fathead minnow. And so very similar setup to that IFish Pro with that same our bait feeder reel, just a different style of tip up. All right, we got our bass set up here, Mr. Pink, and let's drop. So this one I'm probably gonna put about a foot above the bottom or so.
Kind of getting hungry. Oh, hey, dude, we got a flag. We got a flag, the far one.
We're up.
Flag! This way! The one we just set!
Oh, we're spinning, we're spinning. Woo!
Got him. When I'm doing this, I try to keep loose line just in case if they want to run like that. Look at that.
Hey!
First one. We just got done setting down this flag.
I'm thinking that one's gonna be a catch and cook.
I'm thinking so too.
Woo! We got one. Yeah!
Today, I'm gonna show you guys how to cook on the Big Buddy heater. So we have our fish, we have our butter, lemon pepper, tin foil, and some spicy quail eggs for a little snack in between. Just picked up this lemon pepper from SCHEELS. It's the Meat Church, so I'm super excited to use that. Oh yeah. Definitely gonna be very generous on these fish. Now I just kind of like to make basically a little fort around these fish, so that way when we do add our butter, it doesn't leak down onto the heater. Now we'll add the butter. Honestly, I'm feeling like 3 chunks today. Put that on here. Cover that up. Now we're just gonna let that warm up, let that cook, and should be good in the next 20 some minutes. These are delicious. That's gonna be coming on the boat and for most of my ice fishing trips. That is really good.
Full disclosure, I don't like pickled anything, but I'm gonna try it. Bottoms up. Guys, actually pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna try a double catch and cook here. Matt, he brought some fish. He cheated. So we're gonna take that pike that we caught where we're at. There's size regulations, and that one was just under, so it was one that we could keep. So I filleted it up, and I brought the portable Blackstone grill. So I've got the portable Blackstone right there. We're gonna cook it up with that. I've got some interesting spices here. The first one I have is Traeger fin and feather. And then we're also gonna give it a little extra kick with some Heath Riles garlic jalapeno rub.
So right here, we're just making sure that the fish is done. Once I even touch it with the knife, you can see that like it starts flaking in little like itty bitty pieces like that. So the butter burnt on the tin foil a little bit, but that's fine because the fish is cooked perfect.
That's starting to look real good. It's taste test time. Let's take a bite of yours, give an explanation of what it tastes like, give it a rating.
Okay.
And then I want you to go to this one on the Blackstone, and then I want you to do the same thing. All right?
Sounds good. Pretty good texture. It's definitely cooked perfect. That's pretty good. That lemon pepper really kind of pops in your mouth. I mean, definitely can't complain with it being cooked on a Big Buddy grill, so I'll take it. I give it a 9.2.
Wow, that's a good rating.
9.2.
9.2.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. This is very hot. It just came off the Blackstone, but same thing, just cooked perfectly. Mike, that's pretty good. You're gonna have some deductions because you brought a Blackstone and you're not going up against a Big Buddy, you know, but I give it a 9.7.
Ooh, 9.7. Northern Pike, catch and cook. There we go. All right, I got to do this too. So we got the lemon pepper. Yep. Cooked to perfection. Love the flavor. Ooh, still hot. I'm going to give it a 7. Okay. This one, cooked on the Blackstone. Oh, yeah, that is pretty good. I'm going to have to give this one a 7.5. I recommend bringing a Blackstone with because that's delicious. So, all right, well, thank you for watching this. We've showed you guys how to do tip-ups, different types of setups, different types of tip-ups, and then a little bit of catch and cook. You know, we're going to keep fishing, so hopefully this isn't the actual ending to it. But so far, I like it.
Dude, I was just walking right by it.
Oh,
It's ripping line.
look at that.
Ripping line.
All right, my turn on this one. It's still pulling line. Look at him take it. I think we're ready, aren't we?
We're ready.
Yep.
Nice.
Uh-oh. He's coming at me. Ooh, now he's running. Woo! He's got to have it hooked pretty good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh!
No.
I didn't even see what it was. Shoot, that was 15-pound fluoro too. Crap.
Mike, I hate to say this, but you owe me a tungsten.
Dang it, I owe you a tungsten. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us. Matt, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And as always,
Stay mad at him.
stay mad at 'em. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. See you next time.